Hi, fourth graders. I want to take some time to review Chapter 5 with you to be ready so you can be ready for your test, which will be Monday, November 21st. All right, subject pronouns. Subject pronouns are going to take the place of the subject noun in a sentence. To find them, we can ask the question who or what the sentence is about. And if it is not a noun in that place but a pronoun, we would label that SP for our subject pronoun. Only certain pronouns can be subject pronouns. I, we, he, she, it, they, and you are the list of those. For example, she searched hurriedly for the lost keys. In this sentence, she is the subject pronoun. We also talked about understood subject pronouns in this chapter. These are used in sentences that give a command, imperative sentences. When a sentence doesn't seem to have a subject and it begins with a verb, for example, go to bed, that sentence has kind of an invisible subject pronoun, and that is called an understood subject pronoun. It is always you. It tells who the command is given to. For example, go to bed. That would be in parentheses, you go to bed. So you would have to write it at the beginning of the sentence. You would label it subject pronoun and then just go on labeling the rest of your sentence. Possessive pronouns show ownership over something. They answer whose before a noun. They are labeled PPA for possessive pronoun adjective. They are actually used as an adjective in the sentence because they are modifying a noun. Only certain pronouns can be used as possessive pronoun adjectives. My, our, his, her, its, their, and your. They show possession of something. For example, my old shoes fit too tightly on my feet. My is the PPA, possessive pronoun adjective, that is modifying shoes, and it is modifying feet at the end of the sentence. Some things we talked about with nouns throughout this chapter. Jobs that nouns can do in our sentences, they can only be the subject noun or the object of the preposition. So when we are looking for nouns in our sentence, we need to look for subject nouns or objects of the prepositions, and that's where we will find our nouns. Singular nouns are only one. For example, dog. Plural nouns are when we're talking about more than one, like dogs. We have common nouns, which are everyday nouns like house, boy, school. These nouns are never capitalized unless they are at the beginning of a sentence. Then we have proper nouns, which are very specific nouns like Thomas, Ascension Catholic School. These nouns are always capitalized no matter where we use them in a sentence. We also talked a little bit about subject-verb agreement, and here are the two rules that we worked on with subject-verb agreement. We must look at our subject and see if it is singular or plural, and then our verb must agree. You can read through these rules and through the examples to kind of help you review those. And with this, we filled out our chart that used our subjects, and then we talked about if the subject was singular or plural, which rule it followed, and from there we could choose our verb. We also just had a couple vocabulary words that there will be some questions about on the test. Trail. The word trail means to follow behind slowly. We are going to be looking at this word as a verb. So like the little boy trailed behind his mother. And then industrial. Oops, I spelled that wrong. The vocab word is actually industrial. It's a large-scale business activity, industry, a large-scale business activity, especially manufacturing. So, for example, the electronics industry, the electronics industry is referring to all the companies that make electronics, sell electronics, and so we need to know what these two words mean. We need to be able to maybe pick them out of a sentence, place them in the correct sentence, and know synonyms and antonyms for these words. Thank you so much. I hope you feel prepared for this test. You will have until Monday, and we will review tomorrow in class as well.